Hello, family. Welcome back again to another season of News from the Other Side. And News from the Other Side is a time that I use to interview most of the international teachers here in the US who also came on the cultural exchange program. So, my guest today was in the US and he has also benefited from the cultural exchange program that the United States Department of State or State Department came out with. He was here some time ago, but since he's here, I'm not going to jump the horse. I'm going to let him introduce himself and he will tell us the stories that he went through whilst he was in the stay in the of United States. Okay. So at this point, the name has never been changed. It is always your Aubrey. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, this is the appropriate time for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is YAWABBREY. I'm on almost all the social media platforms on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Instagram with the same name. So just hit on the subscribe button and also click on the bell notification so that whenever I release a new video, you'll be the first person to be notified about it. And this is a new season, so I'll be coming up with several tutorials on how to apply for a teaching job here in the US. Thank you. So my guest here is called Joshua. That's what I call him. So he's going to mention his full name, and as we always do it on News from the Other Side, we have a series of questions that he will answer in order to make our interview very, very good. All right, Mr. Joshua, over to you. So the first on my list right here is your name and the country of origin because I have other followers not only from Ghana. So you let us know where you are from and which part of Ghana exactly you were, the school you taught, and other stuff. So we can commence with that interview. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Then greeting to your viewers and audience as well. So as you rightfully said, my name is Joshua. Joshua Ansai is my full name. I was a teacher in Ghana. Then fortunately for me, I was able to come to the United States as a teacher as well. But currently I'm in Canada teaching.
Okay. So which part of Ghana do you originate from?
Well, I'm from Jessica in the Volta region.
Oh, okay.
That is where I was born. Yeah.
All right.
And I've lived in Dunkwa most of my life. Then, yeah, working as a teacher in Ghana, I've worked at the Ashanti region. I would say that is the only place I've worked at Ashanti region.
Okay.
Work at Kwamai, Niamapong,
Oh, okay.
and
Yeah.
Ekwai. So those are the two places that I've worked. I work quite about a year in Kumasi. I don't usually that add up to my profile.
Okay. All right. So which school were you teaching back home in Ghana? Was it a high school, elementary school, or middle school?
Well, so I've taught the elementary school, middle school, and high school. So
Wow.
before I moved from Canada, I was teaching at Wesley High School at
Okay. In Ashanti region or in Cape Coast?
yeah, in Ashanti
Ashanti
region,
region.
Ekwai,
Okay. Okay.
Ashanti, Ekwai.
All right. Mob G's, right? Mob G's. Mofretro girls. Previously Mofretro girls.
Not that.
Oh,
That one is this is Wesley High School at Ekwai.
Kewegehe.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. I get it now.
Not Kumasi Wege, the choir.
But quite
Ashanti
okay,
choir.
okay, all right,
Yeah.
all right. That's good. That's good to know. So we actually want to know how you got to know about the cultural exchange program that I am currently on, and you were previously on some time back. And which year did you hear about it, and how you came over to the US?
Okay, so I actually heard of this program around 2015 thereabout. I would see that.
Wow.
I was introduced to it by a friend who used to be my friend way back at training college, who was a United States citizen. So he introduced it to me. So I just did application. Unfortunately for me, in 2017, I got a chance to travel to the United States as a teacher.
2017.
Yeah.
So it means after hearing it, it took you 2 years to finally got the opportunity to relocate. All right.
Yeah, I would say it was more than that because after hearing it, I couldn't meet all the
Requirement.
basic qualifications. So I have to um, prepare to meet that and then get everything done because I heard it whilst I was still taking my degree. So I have to wait to get that degree done. I didn't rush to do it because I knew the basic qualification
Okay.
I need to meet it. So after I've met those basic qualification, I applied to it and hopefully I got the chance.
Oh, good. And do you by chance remember the kind of documents you turned it in for the application so that it will be a wake up call or a learning process for anybody who is interested in coming to the US on the cultural exchange? Do you remember the documents you submitted?
Yeah, so the basic ones would be your certification, your teaching degree, and then the place record.
Okay.
Have to do evaluation of your transcript. So I think that those are the three basic ones. The rest are just about your bio, your experience, and yeah. But for documentation, I would say your certification, transcript, evaluation, and police records.
Okay. Okay. So, family, if you are still not so much sure about the requirement that you need, as he mentioned, you need all your teacher certifications, all your bachelor degree certificates. Remember, the minimum requirement is a bachelor's degree, as we always say, and you are also going to need three recommendation letters. It's not from your previous university. It's going to be your principal. When I say principal, I'm talking about your headmaster back home in Ghana, or your headmaster back home where you teach or used to teach back in your local country. All right. So three recommendation letters: principal, assistant principal, and a colleague. And as you said, police record form or police reports. And you also go. Some agencies may need driver license. Mr. Joshua, did your agency? Okay, who was your agency?
So Educational Partners International.
And were they strict on driver's license?
Yes, it was part of the requirements that you need to upload. I had a driver's license, so I wouldn't know whether those who were not having, they were strict on it. But I don't think it was a big deal for if you don't have a driver's license.
Okay.
Because when I came, there were some teachers who were not driving, they were carpooling or taking taxis. So I don't think that is a big deal.
Okay. And was EPI very strict on bank statement? Because during my time, this was what happened. I submitted all the documents. They told me to bring in my bank statement. Then a Ghanaian teacher by then, I didn't have so much money in my account. It was my salary account, which I think the balance was 15 Ghana cedis. So I had previously submitted all the documents they needed, and everything was green light. So a day or two after I submitted bank statement, they put me on hold. And unfortunately, EPI will never give you any explanation as to why they put you on hold. During your time, was it so mandatory to submit a bank statement?
Yeah, so it's part of the requirement. I would say it's mandatory, but as I told you, I did not dare jump into the program. I prepared myself,
Okay.
so I didn't meet that challenge. I think they were asking for two
2,000.
thousand
Yeah.
dollars also at that time. So I prepared to pay that $2,000 in my account, and then I have to do it. Yeah, what I did was asked my brother to help me with that amount, or he just transferred it into my bank account. So I had the 2,000 that they needed.
Oh,
So
okay.
there wasn't any issue with bank statement.
All right. By now, I'm pretty sure someone is asking about the transfer of the 2,000 into your account. They did raise any flags because we've had situations where people were asked by EPI how and where they got the money from instantly into their account. So, was there any interjection from EPI about the instant deposit of $2,000 into your account?
No, they didn't ask me any question on it.
Okay, good, good,
And yeah, I went straight to the bank, told the bank, this is my situation. So I have to put it. So I think I put it in for about a week or so.
good.
Then I got a statement generated.
All right. So even before we pass on to the next thing, so if you want to turn in a bank statement, I always tell my followers that if you have intentions to travel, start building up your bank statement or bank account. So this is what you can do. You can use your salary account, which is very busy all the time. At least every month, money is passing through. The cash flow is very tight, and you can deposit and withdraw, deposit and withdraw. You can even sign checks for friends to withdraw some of the money. Keep the account busy. And if you are to turn in your bank statement, let's say in the next 2 weeks, okay, just let the account be busy. If it is 2,000 that they are requesting, deposit 1,000, take 500, rate deposit again. And when it's getting to the latter part of the submission date, then when it comes to 2,000, EPI will never ask you how and where you got that instant deposit from. So that is it. So let's move on straight to the next question. What actually motivated you to select a foreign country to continue your teaching journey?
Yeah, so I would say it was just a chance that came
Okay.
because I'm not the person that was thinking of leaving Ghana to go and work elsewhere. But if the opportunity comes, you utilize it. So it wasn't something that really pushed me to
Okay.
do that. So yeah, it's a chance that came and then I utilized it. It was an opportunity.
Oh, good, good. All right. And I was going to think that you're also being praised by the meager salary of Ghanaian teachers, so you also wanted some escape route to go outside the country. But since you attribute everything to chance and grace or an opportunity, I think I'll leave it there. All right. So the next thing that I want us to talk about is um you've already mentioned your agency. And can you say something about the application process? Were there any challenges? Did you stumble upon any stampede in the application process?
Yeah, so the challenge I faced was getting my transcript from the university at that time. For now, I know things
Ah,
are
easier.
streamlined and things are easier now. But when I did mine, it was very difficult to get the transcript on time. So that was the major challenge. And then another thing I faced was for the police records. I should have waited to get close to the time before I did it. So I did it earlier. So before I got all my documentation ready, it has expired, so I have to do it again. Remember, I said my transcript really delayed a lot. So it expired. I think the police record is 6 months or so.
Yeah, 6 months. Yeah.
Yeah, so I have to redo it. So
Wow.
one thing is you can wait because that one did not take long for me. So I just did it at the regional office. I think a week or so, a week or 2 weeks. It's better you wait and get all your documentation ready before you start the police record. If not, if any of your documentation delays, it's possible you have to do the police record again because it's going to expire in 6 months' time.
Okay, good. All right. So just as Brother Joshua is also streaming to his end, I'll just talk a little bit about myself so that it's it balances. So I also came through an agency known IAG, International Alliance Global, and my process was a bit easier, but I had some disappointment from EPI, as I was saying. They put me on hold for no reason. I emailed them, they still never opened. I applied to Faces. Faces also was very, very receptive. But at the point I entered the age of my kids, they told me that childcare in the US is very expensive. So they are sorry, they would have to end with me. And at this point, we've gotten a solution for Faces on that. So if you are working on Faces, make sure if you have any child below the age of 5 years, just don't put them on the application for now, else you will be blacklisted or you will be withheld, and others will be favored in the process. So make sure if you have any child lesser than 5 years, do not put them on the initial application. If you get here anytime, you can also come through that. So I was lucky after two agencies, should I say disappointed me? Okay, disappointed me, and IAG just brought me. I didn't pay much. I had freshly heard about IAG, so I came with IAG. Just the same route EPI brought Brother Joshua. All right, so Brother Joshua, what is your subject area and your grade level that you teach? You taught in the US
Okay, so mathematics, and then I taught high school
in high school. Okay,
for the 5 years. The program is 3 years and then 2 years extension.
extension.
So all the
All right.
5 years I taught at a high school in two schools,
Okay.
different schools. So it's possible you can transfer or change your schools if you are in the system.
Okay. All right. So let's ease up a little bit. Now, can you share your first experience when you boarded a flight from Kotoka to where did you enter in through the US? Which state? New York?
Yes, so
So just tell us your experience from Kotoka on the flight, touching down in JFK. How was the experience? It was your first time going to a Western country. How was it?
yeah, so I would say it was a normal experience for me. I'm not a type that I exaggerate or
Okay.
like hype things up. I take most of the things in my life to be normal things. So from Accra to New York and then New York to London. So it was my first experience. So I admire the flies, what you see in the sky and all those stuff. And then yeah, getting that, and then I was really tired to getting to North Carolina, and then they were ready to pick us up. So I didn't
Okay.
even get a chance to explore everything. It's just from flight to flight, and to the car to our hotel straight away. But it was a good experience.
Oh, good, good. And was America so different? How did you see the US? Where I'm pretty sure you had some preconceived ideas about how the US is going to be like. Your first experience in the country was something so unique.
Yeah, I would say what was so unique for me was the times and the season. When it is the summer time, the sun stay for longer time, around 10 p.m., 11 p.m.
Yeah.
It will be like around 3 p.m. So that was something that I experienced, and I didn't expect that. Yeah, and
Okay.
then it has a whole lot of changes in my life and all those stuff. And then sleeping. What I know is anytime I will come from school, I'll be tired and then I'll just go straight to bed. And then I'll wake up around 1 a.m.,
Yeah.
2 a.m. So that was something that it was all because of the time differences. So it took some time for me to adjust to it.
Okay. So, an important information for our newcomers. How did you go about your accommodation, your transportation to and fro school? So how did you go about it? How did you have anybody renting an apartment for you? Did you buy a car all of a sudden? How was the arrangement done during your time?
Okay, so what happened is EPI will help you with all those arrangements, and then they even arrange for you to get a car,
Wow.
buy a car. So they'll give it as a loan and then you pay it. But fortunately for me, um, if EPI selects you, they add you to their pool
Okay.
where you see other teachers there that you can communicate with them. So I saw one Ghanaian there who advised me, led me on some of the things that I need to do. So one advice that helped me was not to buy the EPI car.
Mm-hmm.
I could get something cheaper
Okay.
in the market by car. So I think I did that. For accommodation, they will give us the towns that we'll be going and then accommodation options. So you do your own arrangement. So
Okay.
I was able to get an apartment manager and then I arranged with him. So what happened from the airport, we are sent to a hotel to stay there for about 4 days, 4 or 3 days. I don't quite remember. Where they give us the orientation, they will do all your banking, set up every documentation that you need. They will do it for you. They take you out to show you some places, take you to the car people to get your car, and also if you need to get a car, they'll take you to the shop if you need to buy things and all those things. Then they will transport us to our station
Okay.
if all that is done. If you bought a car with them, they'll bring the car to you maybe the next day. So the car dealership will drive the car to you wherever you are, and then you continue with your own journey. So in my case, the accommodation manager came to meet us at our last stop and then pick us up because it wasn't only me, we had other teachers
Wow.
that are going to that same apartment. So he picked us to that apartment. The next day, I asked him to take me to a car dealership, and then yeah, he did. He was very good gentleman. He took me to the car dealership. Then yeah, what happened was he took me to Nissan,
Okay.
so you could see a lot of cars there. So I went in, talked to the guys there, and the amount that they were mentioning, there was no way I could buy.
You could afford.
So one of the guys said, "Okay, you just wait for me. When it is their break, he'll take me to another dealership. That would be
Wow.
like a local one." So when it was their break, he drove me to that dealership, and they had cars there, but not as new as the Nissan company.
Okay.
So the guy there also was very friendly. He got me a car, a nice car, which cost me around $2,000. And
Wow.
then he helped me. Yeah, he took me to the insurance, did the insurance and everything for me. So the next day, I was able to drive my own car to my home, and then, yeah. So that was something that I was thinking of. How am I going to drive here? Though I was driving in Ghana, but after getting the car, I realized it wasn't anything difficult.
Okay.
Just have to follow the cars go to stop if they stop, branch where you need to branch, and then yeah, that is it. Started just the next day, started driving, and then yeah, everything was because I bought the car cash, so I didn't have any payment to be making on the car. Um, License, I had my Ghana license, but I could use it to drive for
90 days.
3 months, three
Yeah.
months or six
Yeah.
months.
3 months.
So I applied for my license. I did a test. and I did a road test as well. Then they passed me as well, so I got my license. Now I was fully convinced I could drive without any obstruction.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. So it means you are boldly going to advise anybody who wants to get themselves a transportation medium that do, if they have the means, they should not take the loaner cars from EPI. If they can have only afford something cheaper from other side, they should go for it, right? Is that a good advice you think you can give?
I wouldn't say I'm advising people to do that because you have to look at the both side,
Yeah,
uh, the advantage and disadvantage
advantages.
of getting it. I was lucky. The car I got for 2000, I use it for almost almost the 5 years.
Wow,
I didn't have any issue with
issues.
it. Yes, I didn't have any issue with that car. But just as I gave that car out, I even regretted. I I got another car which was a used car, and that gave me a problem.
Oh,
Yeah, that started giving me a problem. So I regretted even giving that car away. So it depends.
yeah.
Depends. If you are somebody who knows much about cars, then you can do that. I didn't know much about cars, but I think because somebody took me there, the guy also he knew him, so he told him he's my brother who has to do him well. So he gave me something. It's not all dealership because you are just coming from Ghana or wherever. You are new there, you don't know the system. They can sell you anything that
Anything,
will
yeah.
give you problems. Yeah. So you just have to weigh it and see. If you get a good car, then that will be good for you. Yeah. Because and then some people also like lotteries. So if you like the lottery, yeah, you can plan. I think the car that they will loan you, you're going to pay maybe about 20-30% of your salary every month.
Yeah.
So if there's something that you can do it, and it will take you about 5 years, even at times more than that. So it is
Okay.
something that you need to consider and weigh which one will help you.
Okay. All right. I think I'll add something small to that. So when I came, I have someone who transported me to my school. Actually, we were in the same school, so it was very easy on my part. And I waited for 3 months, gathered some money, and went in for a used car. And that used car has been moving about all the time. I think this is my third year. I've had I haven't had any major issue with a car. So if you think a used car is okay for you, why not? But I know other foreign nationals who are really attracted to the brand new cars, and I really understand their explanation for getting a brand new car. You are in a foreign man's land, okay, and paying so much to mechanics. Today this issue is up, tomorrow that issue is going to come up and all that. So they said it is very safe and wise to go for a new car. A new car for the next 5 years, I think the dealership sometimes do the maintenance and other stuff for you. So if you think a new car is something you like, you have all that luxury you can go in for. And I have friends who are paying like $800 monthly for the car, and the 800 is insurance included. Okay, so if you think your money is so huge, you can go for it. You can go for 2026 model, 2025 model. You can even go for 2018. So whatever you like, you should do a thorough assessment of your financial capabilities. All right. So, brother Joshua, let's go straight into your classroom. All right. How was the first day like in your classroom? I had a very tough time, very very tough time. I don't know how yours went.
Wow, so I wouldn't, I don't really remember the specifics. So, but what I remember is, over here before school begins, teachers go in a week before to set up the classroom and all those stuff, do PD programs before the students come. So like every teacher was asking, "Are you ready for the kids? Are you ready for the kids? Are you ready?" So that was what everybody was saying. and then I didn't really know what they meant. But my student that I had for my first year, I don't remember the exact first year because nothing significant happened that will make me remember. It was just a normal day. So generally for my first year, they were really good students.
Okay.
And they really loved me as well. So they didn't really give me any big challenge. At times, there are few of them who may not want to learn, and then they try to make an
Disrupt the class.
excuse that
Yeah.
you have an accent, you don't understand you. That is the excuse that they make. But what I tell them is, if I'm not teaching, the same people are able to communicate with me, they talk to me, they listen to me. But if I'm teaching, then I have an accent.
Oh, okay.
So that's and then my head of department and the teachers I met at the department, that's the math department, they were all helpful. That is why I did not see anything significant. I can't remember, but I will be sure my first day, my head of department will have been with me the whole day because she the one who always come and check if everything is okay. She talks to the students what they need to do and all those things. And then one thing I remember she telling the students is, well, if you go to the university, you are going to meet a lot of foreigners teaching you.
Good.
So it's good that you have somebody here teaching you now. So you just have to listen to him and learn what he's teaching you. So my first year was good. Yeah.
Okay. So it means throughout your 5 years, you never had any challenges, right?
Oh no, if challenges, definitely you may have some, but not something big that will cost anything. Yeah, it
Okay.
wasn't something big that will cost anything. It would be just normal deviant behavior at class. And then, rules are there that students are supposed to follow. If those that you need to report them to the office, you just report them to the office. But I don't recall any significant challenge that maybe will cause anything that I need to maybe answer something or
Okay.
something like that.
Okay. All right. So if I can really, really recollect, my first day in the US classroom was very, very funny, and I I got in there. Previously, we've had some pioneers who advised us to make a PowerPoint presentation, telling them about ourselves. So I did this PowerPoint. I displayed on the screen. I had my family in front of my car. That those pictures out there, and immediately I started talking. These kids were just laughing. Everybody was bursting into laughter. And as I was talking, I didn't even know if they were even listening. One of the girls got up, started twerking, and my class was hell. It was really hell. And I'll never forget my first experience in the American classroom. And I think as I stayed with them, I got to realize that it's going to be like that. If you are new out there who just landed in the US for this program, guy, listen. US students, especially my black American students that I met, they are a bit hostile when they meet you for the first time. I don't know where they got it from. But as time goes about, they start liking you because you are a foreigner. A guy, your accent is something else. So if you are going through any challenges, okay, we all went through that. Mr. Joshua was very fortunate he didn't go through that hectic times with them. But I've had so many people telling me the kind of problems that they are going through. I don't know if you've heard about it. We've had about 5 Ghanaians who have been released by their principals after the first year. Should I say sacked? Okay, they have been sacked from their job or because the classroom behavior management is getting out of hand. It may not be your fault. Sometimes I really pray that the principals will be very considerate on us because it's a new environment, and definitely cultural shock is going to be on top of us. Our accent is going to be something else. So I really pray that every Ghanaian out there, every African out there who is coming to the classroom for the first time should, have some patience. The kids are going to, calm down a little bit. I even remember one kid told me not to touch her. I was trying to explain something to her, and even as I was talking, she oh gosh, she acted like my mouth was. I had a bad breath. And 2 weeks after that, that kid came to my table begging for candy. So do not take it so much to the heart. These people are very loving. They will come down to your level, and don't get highly sentimental. Okay, take it easy. It shall be well. All right. Okay. So, brother Joshua, now. Uh,
So let me add
okay.
something to
Good.
what you are saying. So it's very true. You may face all those challenges, but what you need to do is, you know, your department head and then the teachers that you met there, you have to get close to them.
Yeah.
Let them know, or ask them how you can handle the case. There's particular case they will tell you something about them, so you know how to handle them. Then yeah, at times for principals and not all of them will also like, they are human, so you don't like everybody, just as not everybody will like
Like
you.
you.
But try to do your best and follow the rules. Don't just give them a free ride.
Good.
They want follow the rules and then be strict on them. Not that really strict. And you could find students, like in my class, there were students who were good students, and then they had that leadership skills. Allow them to lead the class.
Good. Good. I
Allow
like
them to
that.
lead. So there are certain things they will even say it on your behalf, not you say it. Yeah, for the minor things, it happens even in Ghanaian schools. So you have to just take it as a teacher.
Okay, good. I really like that. So, right from the onset, make sure you have your rules well established with them. And recently, I've told myself not to advise people so much about what they are going to face in their classroom because every classroom is very different. All right. So, if I tell you the kind of classroom behavior management I enforce in my class, for all you know, I'm an art teacher, you may be a math teacher, and your classroom dynamics will be a bit different. But there is this classroom behavior management that it is really helping. I have friends who are teaching art who are also practicing the same thing. So even before, let me chip in there. So this is what we do. I have a paper or a board in my classroom, okay, and it has one column that has a name on it, and we have other three columns following the name section. Okay, so first warning, second warning, and third one is going to be for lunch detention. So first warning, you take and you write the person's name. Let's say Yao Abri misbehaved today in the classroom. You take the first warning part, that's for the first column after the name, and if he continues to do that, you take the second column as a second warning. So for the third warning or the third act or the third infraction, he is going to enjoy for himself a lunch detention. Lunch detention is something the administrator can help you enforce when you are in the school. So always communicate, as Brother Joshua said, communicate with the administrators, with your mentor, and all that. So after lunch detention, if the person is still misbehaving in that same class, the next punitive measures is contacting the parent, and the final will be the office referral. And office referrals, some of these kids are really, really afraid of that. Okay, so it's so fun. You can't cane a child in the US, so these are the only punitive measures I have been using in my class. That is very active and very helpful. So I don't know if Brother Joshua have something else to share on the classroom behavior management that he used back then. It may be helpful. So, Brother Joshua, can you share a bit light on your best classroom behavior management you used during your time?
Yeah, so just as you were saying, that is very important. At the beginning, set your rules
Yeah.
and then be firm on those rules.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you need to do that. And then when you need to call their parents, call them. Don't tell them.
I'll
I'll
call
call
them,
your
and you
parent
don't.
and you will not call. You have to call the parent, you need to invite them, you need to invite them. And then you have to use rewards too.
Yeah.
So those who are doing good, reward them so that others will also learn from it. Yeah. So rewards could be trophies, even candies, even bringing snacks
Mm-hmm.
to then just as you said, you have the list there. So at the end of the week, those who did well, the following week
You
you can
reward
bring
them.
them something as a reward,
Good.
and then
Good.
it will help. So those are some of the things that help. But don't forget, whatever you do, there might be some deviant students among
Oh,
you
definitely.
who will not
Definitely.
follow the rules. And there, for those people, take them to the administration. They will give them the necessary sanction. Some of them, they don't care about whatever
Yeah.
happens to them. So you don't have to let them frustrate you. You go strict by the rules that is. But there are some others that you can talk to them, advise them, and then they will change.
Okay, good. Now let's switch a little bit. So you came in here. Did you spend all the 3 years or all the 5 years in the US?
Yes, I spent all
All the
the
five
years in the
years. And what happened? Where did you move? Because many people are really afraid. I picked up someone, a Ghanaian, who was also asking, boss, nah, after 3 years, and I said, you just came in, try and stabilize. Make sure you secure your job tightly before you think about your exit strategy. So, what was your exit strategy, and why did you decide to go to the other side of US? So we are now heading back home to your current job.
Okay, so um, remember I told you about meeting a Ghanaian at the beginning.
Okay.
So he too was teaching. I think he was in his third year then. So just as you are saying, everybody comes. We think of the exit strategies. There are so many ways that you can go, but everybody is different. Yeah. Because if you are married, you are restricted in some ways,
Yeah.
and then if you are single too,
You have your own
you
route.
have so many. Because if you are single, you could marry somebody there, and then that will help you stay there. But if you're married, then you can't marry another person over there. So you have to find a. There are the ways there in the United States you can have the H-1B. That is after 5 years, you look for a school that is ready to sponsor you for the H-1B. That is the work permit.
Okay.
And then from the work permit, the school will decide whether they will help you get your
Green card.
permanent resident green card in the United States. I think that will take from 3 to 5 years, between 3 to 5 years, depending on the school. And I've heard stories that. So just as I was saying, you can do the H-1B, and then still need a sponsor
Okay.
ready to sponsor you with the H-1B. So that is a way to stay in the United States. Yeah, but if you want to stay in the United States, you need to, because there is a restriction on your J visa. That is the home, because this program is meant for you to come to the United States. It's an exchange program, study the education, they teach them, get their culture, and come back to your home country to implement what you learn. So there's a restriction that you can't stay there after your program. So you need to waive that off. You need to waive that. So if you intend to stay in the United States, you need to waive it. And then that is one of the challenge. If you are there or planning to be there, I think in your third year, entering your second half 3 years, start working on your waiver.
Waiver.
I
Okay.
know some of the sponsors tell you you can't waive, but that is not something which is true. You can waive
Good.
anytime you want to waive. They don't have that authority to stop you from waiving. So you start your waiving, yeah, because what happened is getting your waiver in time can be very difficult,
Yeah.
especially if you are somebody like me who don't want to pay money to anybody to do something for you.
It's a long process.
So yeah, I remember trying to waive mine. I eventually got it after I've got into Canada. It took me, I think, it's
Oh,
about 2 years or so,
wow.
because I decided not to pay anything to anybody.
So almost 2 years for a waiver, right?
Yes, yeah. So you need to start your waiver. But if you want to pay people to do for you, yeah, you can get it in 1 month, 2 months, but they will charge you a lot to pay in Ghana. We all know how corrupt some people are in Ghana. Not the government, but some individuals are corrupt in Ghana. They are doing that.
Okay.
So you need to get that. Yeah. So that is one way you want to stay. You can marry to stay, or you can get the H1B to stay, or you can go to school to stay. But if you want to still be in the United States, you need to give your J visa restriction, return home, 2 years return home. You need to waive that. But I decided to move to Canada because looking at the time for me to get even the green card and then coming to Canada, time that you possible to get your permanent resident. I saw Canada would be best fit for me. That's why I decided to come to Canada. And then it was the same guy who advised me on the car, also told me about the opportunity in Canada. So I moved on with that. Now I think he's in the UK now, and then I'm in Canada
Okay.
now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So just a very good time to promote what you do on your channel. So how can we teach in the US? Either I am a J1 teacher right here or someone back in your country. So from this time on, I'm going to leave everything to you. You're going to educate us how you can teach in Canada, the processes, what are some of the provinces that we can use, because my people here in the US are really in need of this information. So how can we do that?
Okay, good. Yeah, I think maybe we have to get another time to go through
Okay, good.
this one, but I'll just give an overview on it. In order for you to teach in Canada, and then this one is not for only those in the United States, all over the world. If you want to teach in Canada, the first thing is to be satisfied. Just as in the United States, every state have certification for teachers. That's the first thing you need to be. You need to be satisfied, and then you look for the school, and then immigration. So like coming here is like 3 states. It's unlike the J1 to the United States that a sponsor is helping you. Canada, there is no sponsorship. You are the only one doing it. So everything is on you. Some people hire lawyers to immigration consultant to help them, but you can do it yourself. So get your certificate, get your um, uh, teaching job, and then you come to the immigration process. So I think maybe we find another time and then we go through this
Okay.
ones. Yeah,
But briefly, how how do we get a certification? Just briefly, how do we get a certification?
yeah, so it's just applying online with the province that you want to work in. Some of the province give certification to international applicants, some do not. So you have to look for the province that you don't know. There are some provinces it will be difficult for you to get jobs, so you don't apply. But the process is we all have their website. You go there, fill out application form, and then put in your document. They will evaluate your document, and you meet their qualification. They give you a certificate. When I was doing I did it for. I started with Ontario, but along the way, because I started and still looking for a job, I got a job in BC.
Okay.
So I have to do the BC certification as well. Yeah. So it is something that you need to just play around it, and then luckily one of them will help you. Ontario, when I was doing it, I only submitted my documentation, but there have been some changes. Now you need to write a math assessment
Wow.
um, program. It's just a test. I think it's just a test. Because I did not do it, but I think the year I got mine, the following year they introduced that. And then I learned they canceled it, but they brought it back again. So Ontario, you need to do that. BC, you don't have to do that. Province like Alberta, where am I now? They will not give it to you if you're not a permanent resident. You have to be a permanent resident before they can give you their teacher certification. So you
Okay.
just have to research and know which province to do. Now, Ontario, you need to write them out. BC, I know you don't need to, but you have to put in a lot of, like they get a lot of documentation. You need to put a lot of documentation, and it will take mostly around 6 to 12 months
Okay.
to get your certificate. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, in a quick one, what province do you really recommend? I know we will have time to go deeper in how to do the application. Which province do you recommend?
Yeah. For now, I would recommend BC,
BC. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
British Columbia.
British Columbia. All right, so family, I will get time for Brother Joshua to come again, and he's going to explain step by step how to teach here in the US. Even if we do not get the time, he has a channel just like mine that he's also doing his best to promote international teachers who have the desire to come to either US or Canada to teach. So at the end of the discussion, he's going to let us know all the handles where we can find him. He's a very busy man, so I'm pretty sure he has a number dedicated for any information session that you want him to help you with. But at the moment, Brother Joshua, is there any similarities? Okay, so is there any similarities Ghana education system, US education system, and Canadian education system? Differences and similarities. What can you say about that?
Yeah, this is a tough question because every country wants where their children want, like the vision of the country.
Okay.
Yeah, but the similarities would be from, we are talking of K-12, like in Ghana, up to high school.
Up to high school, yeah.
So the similarities is the same years, only that yours high school starts at grade 9. In Canada, in some provinces, not all, high school starts at grade 10.
Okay.
So that's, and I think Ghana, Ghana and Canada have the same thing because like we have the junior high school, primary is 6, and then which is 9 for junior, and they go to high school 3 years. Yeah, so that is, and then when it comes to the curriculum, well, I don't know the curriculum Ghana have now, so I cannot compare it, but it
Okay.
seems the US and Canada are having like higher expectation. Their content is higher than those in Ghana. And then resources, they have the resources and everything that is needed, which Ghana do have. But I don't think we don't have to do this comparison because of so many factors who go into it to do it. But yeah, so that is what I would say. I can't do a very good comparison of that. But every country have
Their own
how they
strength.
want to.
Yeah. Okay. Now, the most important part of the comparison, financial enumerations. How is the salary like? comparing, so we are going to relegate Ghana to one side. Now let's talk about the US and Canada. So which side pays the most? And as you stayed here in the US for the 5 years, and just use your life as a case study. We don't want to go into details. So your life as a case study, what you've been able to do with your stay in the US, and what you've been able to do with your stay in Canada. Don't give details. I know most people are looking for details, but just financial wise, what is it, the difference?
So, yeah, if I get your question, you're asking how teachers in Canada paid compared to
Good.
those in the United States. But it differs. It differs. Just as in the United States, every school district have a different
Salary
salary
grade, yeah.
structure. The same thing in Canada. And the Canadian dollar is below the US dollar.
Okay.
So if you want to do this comparison, you have to put in so many factors before you can really say this is higher than this. Yeah. But then you look at the workload and where you are living, because your salary corresponds to
Cost of
your
living.
state.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is sad because in the United States, those in New York, they are paid higher than those in South. I was in South Carolina, so they are paid higher. I remember when I first go to the United States, I had a friend, like a junior high school colleague in Ghana who was in New York. So we were having a conversation about like how the conversation went to like how much are you paid. When I mentioned my salary, he asked me, "Do you work only 3 days a week?" Yeah, so you see, but the cost of living in New York
It's
is
high.
totally different from
Yeah.
the cost of living in South Carolina. So that is why. So they look at all that. But so this will be. I can give you the general overview,
Okay.
but individual have to decide which is better for them. Individual have to decide which is better for them. And then if you want to know the salaries of any school district or district, just go to Google and put in salary grade, everything will come out.
Yeah.
Everything will come out. So that is what you need to know. Your cost of living is important. But putting it together, if the answer that people want to hear, yeah, living in the let me say a rural area or a town is better for you than living in the city. Because what happens is whichever salary you are given in that town, because in Canada your salary is being paid based on your qualification.
Okay.
Based on your qualification. That is how. So if you're in BC, they give you what is called CQS based on your experience and qualification. They give you that category, and then every year there's an increment.
Okay.
So that is what you need to know. So if somebody living in Vancouver, and then somebody living like at a smaller town, because of the cost of living in Vancouver is higher, the salary is going to be smaller for you. Because if you have the same QTS, your salary will be at the same range. The salary is going to be at the same rate. It will not be, if there will be the school giving some incentives, that will be something small.
Okay.
So that is what I would say. If you want to get the match of the money, then it depends on where you choose to live.
Okay.
And that is personal lifestyle. Some people can never live in a rural area. Some people will always want to live in the city. So if you are living in Vancouver, know that your rent is very high. If you live in a rural area, your rent is low. So at the end, your salary will come down. Yeah. I don't know if I answered before, but that is what
you have answered, but we need that Specific answer: Canada or US? Which is best? Just a quick one.
No, that is something that can't even compare because US is very huge. US have about 400 million population. Canada is just about below 40 million.
Okay, fine. But
So,
all the same, there is an answer at the back of the curtain. So Canada or US? Just quick one.
Canada will be good for those who want Canada, and US will be good for those who want US. Yeah. But if anybody coming from his country to the Western world have a motive, everybody have a motive, reason why you travel.
Yeah.
And I think based on your reason, you'll be able to choose the
Which one
right
is
way.
best? Yeah.
In all, I think if you have to, you see, I'm just one person. So whatever I say may not be the realistic answer,
Okay.
right? Whatever I say may not be realistic. That would be just my opinion.
Okay.
So, and then my opinion might not work for somebody else.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
think, yeah, US, if you would want to have that foreign life, if Canada to have it, because if you live in Vancouver, whatever those in New York are doing, you can do it. If you live in Toronto, you can do it.
Okay.
Yeah, but US is huge. So we have big economy. That is US is huge. You have big economy. If you're somebody who wants to work double Canada, it's not. It's possible, but it's not that easy to be working 2, 3, 4.
Jobs.
That really don't happen here.
Okay.
But US, if you want to work 24/7, you can work 24/7. But
Okay.
Canada, it doesn't really happen here.
All right.
So if you want to work hard and get the money,
Go to
then
US.
I think US will be good for
Good.
you.
I like that comparison. Yeah. Yeah.
But if you just want to work normally and still have the money you need, then Canada will also be
Good.
better for you.
All right.
Housing too is expensive in Canada than in the US. So yeah,
Okay.
it's something that you have to put in so many factors.
Okay. Okay.
But US have the economy
Okay.
because they are big, a lot of things that happen there. So money flow is there down in Canada.
Okay. Good. All right. So I think if you want to decide, make sure you put pen on paper, make a very thorough assessment of what is important to you in life: accommodation, transportation, social life. If you have the hustler mindset, if you want to hustle more, even as a teacher, you have to decide which country you want to go. And better still, you have no option. I know some of you just want to travel outside Ghana. So what option do you have? Just put application to these two countries and let your fate decide for you. Okay. So, Brother Joshua, I think.
Let me add one thing to this one, so that those who are Canada favorite will also say I said something for them. 90% of people who travel from Africa to the diaspora, the important thing, I'm saying 90% because that's not for everybody,
Yeah.
is for you to get your documentation.
Good.
Yeah, to get your green card or get your permanent resident.
Okay.
And then getting that in Canada it's not that easy as it is said, but it is quite easier than
US.
United States.
Good. I like that part.
Yeah, so
Good.
that is also why some people will choose Canada over United States.
Good. Good. All right. So as you heard, Brother Joshua, I really don't advise people to go through agents and connection man and all that. If you want to go to Canada through the right channel and you're a teacher, this is the easiest way. For US, I think for now, because of the cultural exchange program, there is a lot of demand on it. So Canada is just also sitting there because their process is a bit longer. Many people don't channel their energy there. But Brother Joshua is an example. If you want to teach in Canada, just go to his YouTube channel. He has lots of videos over there that he really help people. He's a very busy man, but I'm pretty sure he does his best to help people, as I always do. So if you want to teach in the US, don't go through any teach in Canada. Don't go through any connection, man, guys. Just go through his channel. Just do what he tells you, as I always do over here, and you also find yourself in Canada. And at the end of the day, you will really appreciate your own effort, and you know that it is worth it to spend your time in doing things by yourself. All right. So at the latter part of the interview, Brother Joshua, your social handles, your social media handles, and if you have any shout out that you want to make to anybody here in the US, here in or in Ghana or back in UK, you add that too, and we call it a day on news from the other side.
Okay, thank you. So, Life Up 201, that is a YouTube channel that if you go, you get to know most of the things that I'm saying over there. Unfortunately, of late, I've not been putting in video because I got discouraged on there, and then I have a lot of things. I'm actually taking my doctorate program,
Wow.
so I'm quite busy reading and writing papers on all those stuff. So that is why I don't do that. But that is like a second reason. I got discouraged before getting this work to be done. But I hope now that I've heard Mr. Abri, maybe it will encourage me. Yeah, responses that I receive will encourage me to maybe speak more and talk more about
Okay.
these things. So Life Up 201, that is on YouTube. But other social media is Life Up 201 or my name, Joshua Ansa.
Okay.
That is where what you see there. So greeting to Ghana through United States to Canada, all those who have come in touch with me. I've helped a lot of people in so many ways to move abroad, to help them in their documentation and all this stuff. Greeting to all of them. And those who are still in the process too, I wish you all the best. One day, your time will come and you also get that chance. So thank you all for being here with us through all this talk.
Okay. All right. So, guys, if you have not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe to Brother Joseph's channel. I'll display the handle boldly on the screens. And if you have also not subscribed to my YouTube channel, the name is Yaw Abri, YAWABBREY. I'm on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and what else? Okay, on Instagram. So that is the name. And I took a short break. I'm back now. We are going to do our live Q&As every Saturday. Since we are going into November, it's going to be 5 p.m. in Ghana and 6 p.m. in Nigeria. For Kenya, it's going to be 2 hours after that. Okay, so just do your calculations of the time zones. And so I'm back. I'll be here from September 6th. That's next week Saturday, and I'll be coming live and colored with live Q&A. So if you have any question that you want to ask about teaching in the US, I'll be there to help answer all the questions that you have. And I'll be coming back with several videos since it's a new recruitment season. I'll take you through back to back how to do applications, how to get out your documents and all that stuff. We get it in line, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to see you here in 2026 July, just as we made a prophecy in that we're going to see each other in July 2025. I know most of you are here. So God bless you so much for staying on the channel. And we thank Brother Joshua so much. Upon all his busy schedule, he made it to share with us all his life experiences in the US and those in Canada. God bless you so much. Brother Joshua, if there is nothing else, we're going to call it done today. And I appreciate you so much for the time you spent on us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very
All right.
much.
Okay.
So just as you said,